next 25 years we're going to have a recession, and if some of these bonds default, then that whatever you have in one of these bonds goes to zero. So it's not just the interest rate risk that you're worried about, James, which is what your question was about, interest rate increasing and your interest rate risk. That, to me, is not as big a deal as the credit risk you have in these bonds and how low credit quality these bonds are. When we look at bonds in people's portfolio, we want them to reduce risk, and that is not what you're achieving here.
If you don't know whether you own the right bonds or not, give us a call at the office, 800-743-0988. Take us up on our free portfolio review, 1 hour of one of our financial professionals' times answering your question. No cost, no obligation. The questions are all yours. The answers are truthful and straightforward, so you get what you want. If you want to be part of the show, got a question, call us 877-670-7117, our listener hotline, 24/7, 365, or email us, financialfocusradio.com. Click on contact. You can send us a safe, secure email straight to Tyler and my inbox. So again, that number, 877-670-7117. When we come back, we're going to talk about wills and trusts.
Sign up for our e-news today. Get the latest thoughts on the market every other week from Northwest Quadrant Wealth Management, delivered right to your inbox. The short 5 to 6 minute video helps you keep up with the market trends. You can always watch past videos on NorthwestQuadrantWealth.com.
Soap and water cleaning release harmful bacteria, viruses, and mold that can make you sick. That alone will keep you up at night. Until now, SoClean.com is the world's first and only automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. SoClean kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs without soap, water, harsh chemicals, or even equipment disassembly. And now you can try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-719-8989.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health is improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean's revolutionary design makes it easy to clean your CPAP and protects you against CPAP-related illnesses. Plus, SoClean works with all popular CPAP devices to clean them in minutes. It really is that easy. Don't risk your health. Call SoClean.com now to try it risk-free for 30 days. Call 1-800-719-8989. This offer won't last. Call now. 800-719-8989. 800-719-8989.
KBND, FM News 100, AM News 1110. The most news, traffic, weather, and stimulating talk 24/7. KBND 1110.
We're with Mike at Cascade Mattress and Bedroom Furniture. The kickoff summer event is going on through the 4th. A lot of folks around the store are looking at Tempur-Pedic.
Tempur-Pedic is one of the top options, especially during this kickoff to summer event. You're going to save up to $500 on the Tempur-Breeze edition. So whether you like a really soft, a medium, or a firmer feel, Tempur-Pedic has that option, as well as all the cool sleep features that really will make you comfortable during the summer.
How is this going to help my sleep in the heat?
There are multiple advanced technologies built into the Tempur-Breeze models, from cool to the touch, all the way to temperature regulation throughout the night, not just that first 15 or 20 minutes like many of the mattress brands.
Cascade Mattress and Bedroom Furniture, Central Oregon's only locally owned Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster showroom. Cascade Mattress located in the Bend Factory stores near Nike and Columbia. Call 678-REST.
For 38 years, we've been saying that Hertz Car Sales is the better way to buy a car. What's that mean to you, the customer? What is the better way? Trevor Davenport here, General Manager at Hertz Car Sales Superstore, right here in Bend. What we're talking about is a process that's different and transparent on every level. We clearly mark the prices on all of our vehicles. When you come in, we're not going to pass you off to a manager or a professional closer. We treat you like we would want to be treated ourselves. With the Northwest Superstore inventory of more than 1,000 vehicles, we're here to help you find the exact vehicle that you want with financing that you can afford. Right now, through the entire month of July, you can save even more at our red, white, and blue sales event. Come in or click to discover the better way to buy a car. We'll help you protect your investment, too. Our full-service shop with ASE-certified mechanics is all about complete care for your car.
Don't miss the red, white, and blue sales event. Going on right now, but only for a limited time. Hertz Car Sales of Bend on Highway 20 at the base of Pilot Butte and always online at hertzbend.com. Hertz Car Sales of Bend, the better way to buy a car.
You're buying or refinancing a home in Central Oregon, so why would you try to deal with a lender in Chicago or Detroit? With Evergreen Home Loans, you won't have to go any further than 3rd Street in Bend or 3rd Street in Pineville. At Evergreen, we do everything we can to make the home loan process easy, right here at home. Evergreen is local. Local decision-making, local underwriting, local processing. That means we often close quickly while working to deliver on time and as promised. And because we live here, we understand the unique needs of folks around here and the special issues we face as homeowners in Central Oregon. And we've been doing that for nearly 30 years, one relationship at a time. We're your neighbors, and we treat you like a good neighbor. Apply online anytime at evergreenhomeloans.com or come see us off 3rd Street next to Dutch Brothers in Bend or on 3rd and Meadow Lakes in Prineville. Evergreen Home Loans, your local professionals delivering on time and as promised. Evergreen Home Loans is a registered trade name of Evergreen Money Source Mortgage Company, 3182, Oregon Mortgage Lending License, ML3213.
It's bullfrog season. Bullfrog Spas, that is. Hi, Andy here from Resort Spas. We just received a truckload of the most innovative and versatile spas ever made, the Bullfrog Spa. With Bullfrog's interchangeable jetpack system, you can literally design your own spa for your specific needs, seat by seat. Your golf swing giving you lower back pain? No problem. There's a jetpack just for that. How about 8 safety jets just for your neck? With 16 different jetpacks, your aches and pains haven't got a chance. And these innovative jetpacks virtually eliminate 90% of the plumbing used in traditional spas. This means 90% less chance of leaks and failures. So don't wait. Stop by Resort Spas and see how easy and affordable it is to build your own custom spa. We're on the corner of 5th and Birch, downtown Redmond.
You're listening to Financial Focus Radio Show, where you get straightforward financial advice every week from the partners at Northwest Quadrant Wealth Management. Gary Reinhardt and Tyler Simona tackle the many issues that we face in our wealth-building strategies. Remember, you can always listen to past shows by going to financialfocusradio.com or download our smartphone app today.
Welcome back to Financial Focus Radio. Don't miss a minute of Financial Focus Radio. Subscribe to our podcast or get our iTunes app or Android app and Financial Focus Radio. You can listen to us over and over and over again if you don't get enough listening to us this weekend or if you miss something. So go to financialfocusradio.com and you can get all of that.
You need help on the website.
Like my, you know, when my sweet aid was in college?
Yeah, I do actually.
Natural life was my physics book. My physics book always got a way to promote.
Any science book.
You want me to sleep. Under the guidance of CEO Patrick Doyle, Domino's has enjoyed a remarkable insurance resurgence. Ann Arbor, Michigan-based company same-store sales have risen in the U.S. market for 24 consecutive quarters. Domino's recently opened its 14,000th store. The chain delivers more than 1 million pizzas a day, has global sales of $10.9 billion a year, nearly double the $5.5 billion it posted in 2008. It has 1,106 stores alone in India. There are 5,400 stores in the U.S., including 500 in California. Plans to open 1,000 additional outlets over the next couple of years. 35 to 40% of its sales are still carry-out orders. More than 60% of Domino's orders are now executed on a digital platform on your phone or your iPad before showing up rather than calling on the phone. And digital's changing that industry too.
Yeah, both McDonald's and Domino's are embracing technology, and it's had a huge impact on their business. 60 Minutes did a story on Domino's, and it was really amazing. Their headquarters, it looks like a company in Silicon Valley. They're so tech focused, and it used to be thought, especially in the restaurant business, well, that's just a waste of money. We shouldn't be spending so much on technology. But McDonald's and certainly Domino's are proving that a huge investment in technology is paying big dividends.
All right, well, let's kick off a financial free-for-all, and that's where we take your questions. If you want to do so telephonically, call us 877-670-7117. That's our listener hotline, 877-670-7117, or send us an email. Go to financialfocusradio.com, click on contact, send us an email, and we will let you know we got it and when we're going to answer it on the show. Got an email from John. John says, we have a will and an executor, who is a family member. I'd rather have an outside firm be the executor, and I do not have family members involved. Who would I approach to get this accomplished? We've been asked this question a lot lately. If you have a trust, there's a company that we use called the Private Trust Company, and I personally have it in my trust document because I didn't want to burden my kids or family with it. It'll take care of your trust, act as a trustee for you. And if you email us from financialfocusradio.com or call us at the office, 800-743-0988, we can always share with you the contact information. There's lots of other trust departments ran by big banks. If that's more of your liking, you can do U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo, all does trust work. If you're looking for a professional fiduciary to do your executive work on a will, we had a great interview with a professional fiduciary back about a month ago. If you email me again at financialfocusradio.com or call us 800-743-0988, I'll get you a copy of that podcast, and the data was on an MP3 file so you can listen to it, and she gives you great advice of how to look for people, the professional associations to go through, and the things you should consider.
Yeah, so there's the executor of a will, right, and then there's trustee of, say, a trust. And so sometimes they can be two different people. There's people that need to sort of execute all the stuff that you want to have happen on a will, but then there's a trustee that's just going to maybe, so let's say you have an executor that might do all the sort of heavy lifting, right, and sell the house, deal with dividing up the stuff, and then you might have a trustee who's going to act as a trustee of the things that are owned by the trust and divvying that up. So sometimes they're going to be separate people. Oftentimes you're not going to have, unless you have a real lot of money, you're not going to be able to hire a bank or even the trust company that Troy uses to do the final executors type stuff. So in that case, it's going to have to be a couple different people.
So again, if you call us 800-743-0988, our worldwide headquarters, and give me a call and let me know you're interested in the date our show is on, I can do that. Or you can email us, go to financialfocusradio.com, click on contact. You can send me an email and say, send me that show where the professional fiduciary talked, and I will be glad to send it to you. Okay, that takes care of that question. The next question comes from somebody who didn't put their name at the bottom, and I can't read the email address. The question is, how much of my portfolio should consist of inverse ETFs in order to hedge against a general downturn in the market? Tyler, you're salivating.
Yeah, 0% of your portfolio should consist of inverse ETFs. So
these are financial weapons of mass destruction.
There's no real good reason. So there's no good reason to own ETFs that are inverse the market. The thing about it is you can own it.
First, we should say what an inverse is.
So let's say you own a S&P 500 inverse one time. So if the S&P 500 went down 1%, theoretically your portfolio, your ETF would go up 1%. So So it's opposite return of what the market's doing, but it resets every day, so it doesn't compound on itself. And so, you know, the idea is if you as an investor or trader want to be short to market, you can short an actual ETF. You don't have to buy an inverse one. You can actually short an ETF and don't have to have the expense of owning the ETF that's short to market. The inverse ETFs use derivatives, and they're very, very expensive. So they might have a management fee of, let's say, 35 basis points, 0.35%. But that's not your all-in cost. You own derivatives to get that exposure that's going to be short to market, and then it resets every single day. So let's say in a week it went down 1% Monday, 1% Tuesday, up 3%, up 1% on Wednesday, and then down 1% Thursday, down 1% Friday. You're not going to be down 4%. You're going to be down more than that because it resets every single day. So it's not one of these things that it's like this linear progression. Most investors that own these things don't understand how they work. They don't understand how expensive they are. And so there's much better, if you want to be negative on the market and go short the market, which we don't encourage either, there's much cheaper ways, more efficient ways to do it. ETFs, if you own an actual ETF or you want to short the market using an ETF, you don't have to do it on a downtick like on a stock. And so inverse ETFs are, I mean, I'll give the marketers of these things credit. They came up with this tool that's very profitable for them, but very, very dangerous for the retail investor. They now have 3 times inverse ETFs. They also have 3 times positive ETFs. But the problem with all of them is they reset every single day, so it's not a compound on itself kind of return. Because I used to think, well, if small cap stocks do better than all other asset classes, large cap stocks, by about 2% a year, why not just own the double leverage ETF small cap, and then you're going to get a much better return? That's not how it works at all. And so most people don't understand that. And on the inverse side, they're very, very dangerous. The only people that should be using them